Very good morning and a warm welcome to all my friends here. Thank you so much for coming up here again and giving us time. And we are all very happy that you're taking this initiative very seriously and lovely coming out here on specifically on Sundays, devoting some time on yourself is the motive of our committee. Committee on Promoting Work-Life Balance of ICA has started these meditation session with our moderator, with our instructor, Miss Alicia. Thank you so much for coming here, and thank you so much for devoting time coming out here and doing something for our community, which is a very thoughtful initiative. So over to you. I would request all my chartered accountants or fellow chartered accountants or my CS students, if please join other initiatives also of ICI. We have daily virtual yoga sessions. We have 3 days in a week Zumba session. Daily virtual yoga session starts from 6 to 7, and Zumba session starts from 8 to 9 on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I would request everyone to devote time for yourself. Also, we all know that we all are busy in our deadlines. Our deadline is coming for 15th also, and then our tax audit deadlines is also coming. I totally agree with that. But yes, giving something to yourself also is important at this stage. Over to you, Akhili.
Thank you so much, Priyamvada ma'am. Hello, everyone. Very good morning. I would love if we could get everyone's video on, because this is meant to be a little bit of an interactive session, and obviously, it's easier for me to communicate. Hi, Sumit. Nice to see that you're in the park. Perfect time. I just completed my run. So meditating in the nature is the best thing. It also, you were able to get into a meditative state faster. So we'll pace out the session in this way that we'll do like the first 15-20 minutes of a little bit of wisdom sharing, and then we'll jump right into the practice. हम minimum 40 minutes का meditation कर सकते हैं, but I would like to know how many of you all are doing it for the first time. So probably we can break it up, and that's easier, and you get into the practice. And yeah, and so I'll start by letting you guys know that I've been meditating since the past 2008, 9. I'm a 2011 11 batch of the last PCC batch. And my journey with meditation started as a CA student, because I realized that when I failed for the first time and I was an above average student in my life in general, I was like, oh, and the conditioning was, एक बारी fail हुए, बार बार ही fail होते जाओगे, देते रहोगे paper, was pretty deeply ingrained, because of which I started to experience emotions of fear, which I didn't know was fear, and I felt so-called stress. But उस समय stress को कैसे relieve करते हैं, ऐसे तो बताते नहीं है. And that's how my practice of meditation actually started. So I see that fairly everyone in this Zoom is new. So if you guys can do a show of hands with me and tell me, are you meditating for the first time? So how many of you all are meditating for the first time? As in, आपको meditation के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं पता, and you're here for the first time. You've not done any practice. You've done some form of mindfulness and stuff. So can you guys raise your hand? If you're here on a Sunday morning, you're and you're not engaging, that would be very interesting. Okay, I see a couple of people who are here for the first time. You can be here for the first time, but you've never meditated, right? Are you telling me you've not meditated at all? Oh, okay, cool. I mean, then then this is going to be really easy, because usually if we have perceptions about meditation, we tend to, and जितने myths ज़्यादा होते हैं, उतना ज़्यादा हमें difficult लगता है वो चीज़ करने के लिए. So whatever I tell you today is going to be ideal for you. Meditation is really, really, really simple. It has physical, mental, emotional, and I won't say spiritual, but metaphysical experiences that one can experience. As a CA student, when I started, I can tell you, in terms of physical, I used to have frequent migraine attacks as a youngster, and my doctor had told me, जब भी आपका सर दर्द, आपको symptoms दिखते हैं, आप pop a pill. and it's been 18 years in my life. I have not taken any medicines at all. In the first 6 to 8 months of me starting to meditate, the psychological reason of why the physical disorder of migraine came, I completely healed myself. So you don't need to be dependent on medicines. That was the physical experience that I had. The mental experience was everything that we go through in our everyday life is constantly bombarding us with more information. हम सुबह से उठ के रात तक हमारे जो 24 hours की जर्नी में everyone tells us what we need to do, but no one's really telling us how to deal with these things. And obviously हम सबको पता है कि हमें खुद ही ये सारी चीजों को heal करना है, deal करना है, but to understand how your entire body anatomy functions and how you feel, think, and respond is all actually in your control, is something that you start to experience when you start to meditate. So when I um, started to meditate, the first thing I realized is that it's not that the CA exams are difficult or tough, but it's just that जो भी मैंने बाहर की बातें सुनी थी, everything that I'd heard of had influenced my mind so much that I was unable to concentrate. So naturally, when I'm able to cut out the external noise and focus myself completely, I'm not boasting, but I can say that I've seen a lot of people work really hard for like to do anything. I would study maximum for 3 or 4 hours, that too 1 month before my exam, and I would say that I sailed through. You can see my mark sheet in my CA exams. Then in my life of manifesting whatever I wanted to manifest, I was working with Portivity, and then I started to work with EY. I was 21 and I wanted that my client pays for my business class flight to go take me to a foreign country where I would do a consulting assignment, and I was able to manifest that. I was like, I want to travel the world, and obviously per diem to हमें मिलता ही है. We all know how we manage that, and I got that. So I realized that the power of intent, जो हमें बताया जाता है, people talk about it, but how do I really experience that and implement that in my life, came to me through the regular practice of meditation. And of course, today we're running. I'm actually the CEO of a public limited company called One Media Network Limited. We manage a TV channel called PMC Hindi, and we have a community of 500,000 people across the globe, and we have 200 plus centers run on voluntary basis. And all of this with the intent that our vision is by 2030, we teach and impact 30 crore people with meditation. And so I also found the purpose of my life through the practice of meditation. So, Ketaki, thank you so much for reaching out and saying, yes, we're overworked at office and a lot of other constraints. And I can tell you this, I left EY when in 2019, and I worked with PwC briefly for till 2020. And I want to thank my partners for supporting me on this journey. I worked on my 25th or 26th birthday till 4 o'clock in the morning. And I enjoy. मैं ऑफिस से जा रही थी, गुड़गांव में हमारा गोल्फ कोर्स रोड में ऑफिस है, and I was going back home, and I did not feel tired or strained. We were working for a very big automotive company, and I realized that I loved my job. I was not thinking, oh, काम है, ये है. And obviously, I am so very grateful to my team because everyone supported my practice of meditation. And so it's not that external circumstance or scenarios are going to change, but your capacity to deal with these situations grows exponentially because you are able to tap into that resource of energy which is accessible to us all the time. So this is where I'm going to bring in a bit of the science for everyone to understand. I would love if you guys can switch on your video. Thank you, Hima ma'am, for being visible. So yeah, I'm going to break it down into two parts. One is how does stress actually function in our body and why we get stressed, and second is what actually happens in our body anatomy. Okay. Stress, very simply, is your body trying to respond to certain external circumstances to protect you. Okay. Earlier, आदिवासी के जमानों में हमारे निएंडरथल्स जो होमोसेपियंस में जो इवॉल्व हुए थे, हाय साहिल, जो इवॉल्व हुए थे, दिस स्ट्रेस क्वालिटी वाज दिस फ्रॉम दिस ब्रेन का एक पार्ट है अमिगडाला जो फाइट और फ्लाइट का रिस्पॉन्स है. एनिमलिस्टिक इंस्टिंक्ट जो हमारे अंदर है अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए, दैट इज वेयर दिस hormone of cortisol or adrenaline gets secreted in our body. Okay, every time something external happens which your body and your physical mind, your nervous system suspects is a threat, it will want to create that hormone. ठीक है, ये entire process आपके body में 90 seconds के लिए होता है. This, the external stimulus coming in, you thinking about it and your body reacting, this entire process of this emotional cycle of that hormone being released in your bloodstream and it going and talking to every part of your body takes 90 seconds. This is covered in a beautiful book called Whole Brain Living by Dr. Jill Boyle Taylor. Okay, now what actually happens is this happens only for 90 seconds. Okay, पर इमेजिन आपका ब्रेन नहीं जानता बाहर एक्चुअली कुछ हो रहा है कि अंदर आप उसके बारे में सोच रहे हो. अब 90 सेकंड के लिए बाहर वाला जो हुआ है अंदर आपकी बॉडी में तो वो हार्मोन रिएक्ट हो गया है, बट आप उसके बारे में फिर से सोचते हो, यू थिंक अगेन अबाउट इट, एंड नाउ your body again goes into this 90 second cycle. So the more you keep on thinking about that thing, that situation or that whatever is that thing which is making your body create that hormone of stress, or that thing of आपका stress क्या ही करता है, आपका हार्ट बीट बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है, आपके हैंड शेक होना शुरू हो जाते हैं, आपके पेट में थोड़ा हाउ डू यू फील स्ट्रेस इन योर बॉडी, you start feeling numb or you start sweating profusely. These are all like the physical response of that stress hormone within your body. Or you want to think, you're actually a very structured person, but in that moment of stress, because that hormone is being released in your body, maybe you're not able to think straight. You're actually a very logical person, you're a very smart person, maybe you have great memory, but उस समय वो हार्मोन का इतना ज्यादा रिस्पॉन्स बढ़ जाता है, आपका पूरा बॉडी सिर्फ वो हार्ट बीट को रेगुलराइज करने के लिए, आपकी स्वेटिंग को कम करने के लिए आपका बॉडीली फंक्शंस यूज होता है. दैट्स ऑल एक्चुअली स्ट्रेस इज. when we that moment of stress, but when we repeatedly think of those things which cause us stress, now what we're doing in our bodies, we are creating a chain of reaction. That's when a habit loop gets formed. So I'm going to quickly show you a very, very, very simple thing of what actually happens. Okay. Stress is actually a thought signal to your mind. A thought signal to your mind, which ends up making a certain choice in your life. So every time you're stressed, for example, आप गाड़ी चला रहे हो और suddenly एक टक्कर हो गया, whatever. I'm thinking a very extreme thing. But let's say in your office, suddenly you have a deadline, your client is expecting something, and now the client only calls. Okay. Now that's a situation of stress, right? Because you're like, yaar, uska phone uthana padega, hame usko batana padega, because you're behind your deadline. So immediately that client call in your body is going to, you're thinking, oh, अब मैंने वो काम लेट हो रहा है, मैं उसको कैसे, वो थॉट के वजह से आपके बॉडी में स्ट्रेस इमोशन क्रिएट हो रहा है. ठीक है, 90 सेकंड के लिए चला, बट एक्चुअली आपकी बॉडी को प्रीवियस कंडीशनिंग ऑलरेडी हो गया है हर वक्त स्ट्रेस में रहने का. Now I'm going to go back to when this stress got formed in your body. Okay, when you were a child, until 5 years of age, your entire bodily system of the nervous system was already set. Now this is where the conscious mind and the subconscious mind comes in. When we were children, till the age of 5, our entire mind, the subconscious mind, got formed. Everything that you saw, heard, felt was registered in your mind. This all, your nervous system, your entire software got prefixed in your mind when you were a child. आपको स्कूल में किसी ने, आपकी टीचर ने खड़ा करके बोल दिया कि अच्छा इसका क्या है जवाब, और आपको नहीं पता उसका जवाब. You felt stress for the first time in your mind. Now your body has rehearsed and learned these behavioral patterns. Oh, every time टीचर हम ऐसे सिचुएशन में होते हैं कि हमें कुछ पूछा जाता है और मैं नहीं रिस्पॉन्ड कर रहा, आपके माइंड में ये स्ट्रेस हार्मोन क्रिएट हो गया था. बचपन में आपको लग रहा है आज आप स्ट्रेस्ड हो, आपके एनवायरनमेंट की वजह से आज आप स्ट्रेस्ड हो, but these are all memorized behavioral patterns of the mind which happened much ago. So now what has actually happened inside our entire body is that every time something external gets triggered, हमारा body उसके mind में, हमारा mind उसके जो database में already जो behavioral patterns है, हमारे जो choices है, अच्छा टीचर ने मुझे डांटा, मुझे मेरा client मुझे कॉल कर रहा है, मैं नहीं हो पा रहा, my boss is calling me and he's asking me for a review, all of these scenarios are now actually just triggers for you to go back to your mind. Your mind is just going to go back to a past memory to say, अच्छा जब ये इसको ऐसे सिचुएशन होता है उसको स्ट्रेस फील कराना है. So your stress is actually a memorized behavior inside your mind, which is sitting in your subconscious mind. Okay, and now I'll tell you how meditation helps you. Okay, because we all know we are here for meditation. There's a lot of science around it. I can recommend a lot of books to you guys. What actually happens in meditation is you have this conditioned pattern inside your mind, एक thought pattern और एक emotional pattern. आपको किसी ने कुछ भी बोल दिया, आप एक इमोशनल पैटर्न और लूप में चले जाते हो. इमोशंस अगेन आर जस्ट अ सीक्रेटेड हार्मोन इनसाइड योर बॉडी दैट यू फील. Happiness is a hormone, sadness is a hormone, stress is a hormone, fear is a hormone. They're all hormonal impulses with endorphins, which are felt like releases inside your body. Every time you meditate, now the practice of meditation that we do is called Anapanasati meditation, breath mindfulness meditation. हम कुछ नहीं करते, there's no mantra chanting, there's no Guruji visualization, there's nothing. Your body every day in the night reboots itself when it goes to sleep. That's how simple meditation is. Meditation is conscious sleep. Sleep is unconscious meditation. Meditation is conscious sleep. आप अपने आप को कॉन्शियसली अपने आप को उस स्लीप स्टेट में लेके जाएंगे. कैसे? अपने ब्रेथ को ऑब्जर्व करते हुए. Your breath is the neutralizer. You observe every time when you are having an extreme emotional reaction, your breath is the one जो छोटी हो जाती है, लंबी हो जाती है. अभी आप ऑब्जर्व करके देखिए, आप जितना रिलैक्स थे, आप उतना ज्यादा गहरी सांस ले रहे होंगे. जितना ज्यादा आप स्ट्रेस होते हैं, उतना धीरे 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 आपका चेस्ट, maybe from your nabi to chest to throat, and you're just doing deep breathing. You're not even doing breathing. You're just breathing from your nose, through the nose, like just this nasal shaft is what you're breathing through. So in our practice of meditation, we just observe the natural breath. आपकी सांसें अंदर आ रही है, बाहर जा रही है. सांसें अंदर आ रही है, बाहर जा रही है. जब भी कोई थॉट आए आपके माइंड में, okay, whenever a thought comes to your mind, you come back to the breath. Every time you go, your thought is what? So what is a thought coming? Your thought is a reversed behavioral pattern inside your mind. एक पैटर्न है, एक विचार आएगा, वो कहीं ना कहीं पे घूमता जाएगा. You just have to come back to your breath. Okay, you just keep on training yourself to keep coming back to your breath. This cycle, किसी एक पैटर्न को ब्रेक करने के लिए हमें 40 day cycle लगता है. किसी भी पैटर्न को, any pattern to be broken, first 21 days to break that old pattern. When I say pattern, it's actually two neurons connected together. It's a neural pathway inside your mind, your entire nervous system, which communicates with each other. So every time a thought comes and you come back to your breath, जब भी thought आता है, आप आंखें बंद कर रहे हो और विचार आते हैं, and you come back to your breath, you are breaking, जो आप धीरे 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 you're cutting that connection of that old pattern. पहले 21 दिन पुराने पैटर्न को ब्रेक करने के लिए, फिर बाकी जो 20 डेज होते हैं नए पैटर्न को कंडीशन करने के लिए कि आई चूज द न्यू पैटर्न फॉर माई सेल्फ. एंड दिस इज फॉर एवरी पैटर्न इनसाइड आवर माइंड. एवरी पैटर्न हम तो जानते भी नहीं है बचपन से कितने सारे पैटर्न्स है. सो एवरी टाइम विथ व्हेन यू आर विद द ब्रेथ, यू कम बैक. You thoughts come, you come back to the breath. Okay, this practice minimum हर दिन हमें अपनी उम्र के हिसाब से करना चाहिए. So if you're 20 years, 20 minutes. If you're 50 years, 50 minutes. Every day minimum अपनी उम्र के हिसाब से करना चाहिए. आप ये टेक्निक कहीं पर भी कर सकते हैं, कभी भी कर सकते हैं. You can do it in a park, like where Sumit is. You can be doing it sitting on your bed. You can do it in the office. मैं जब ऑफिस में होती थी और मुझे लेट होता था, मैं कभी कभार लेट ऑफिस से इसलिए जाती थी ताकि मैं मेट्रो में भी बैठ के कर सकती थी. You can do it anytime, anywhere, in any situation. मिनिमम ड्यूरेशन 20 मिनट का होता है. मतलब 20 मिनट तो मेरे लिए लगता है, आई रियलाइज कि 20 मिनट्स तो लगता ही है कि अपने आप को सेटल डाउन करने के लिए. बट again, that's up to you. If you're able to do for 10 minutes and you're able to focus on your breath, that's great. Minimum 20 minutes, I would recommend. And yeah, let's do it now. What do you guys say? See, I can give you a lot of gyan around it, but I won't give you the gyan. This week was the second week where we're talking about the mental benefit. Last week we spoke about how meditation helps us in our physical body. Now, I'll just add that quickly. जो भी हमारे diseases है वो हमारे mental body से ही शुरू होते हैं. Everything like I mean heart attacks, जो blood pressure, diabetes, migraine, cancer, cold, cough, everything starts with a mental trigger inside our body. मेंटल स्टेट में होता है फिर जाके फिजिकल बॉडी में वो मैनिफेस्ट होता है. इमेजिन करो आपका बॉडी कॉन्स्टेंटली अपने आप को प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए वो इतना घिसा पिटा कर रहा है कि आफ्टर सर्टेन पॉइंट इट जस्ट गेट्स टायर्ड. इट्स लाइक कर लो भाई. इतना ज्यादा गुस्सा आए जा रहा है आए जा रहा है आए जा रहा है आपके बॉडी में. आपको लगेगा कि वेदर चेंज की वजह से मुझे कोल्ड एंड कॉफ हो गया, बट देयर सो मच गोइंग ऑन इन योर माइंड एंड यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू डील विद इट. योर बॉडी जस्ट जब वेदर चेंज हुआ वो बस ट्रिगर हुआ and you end up getting a cold. Cold is when there's too much mental confusion. Fever is when there's so much, lot of suppressed anger inside you. So is cancer. And then cancer of different body parts represents different things. So this is proven science that research is being done on how all diseases are psychosomatic. But I would suggest before anything, if we can learn to shut off for ourselves and get into the habit of mindful living, it's a great thing. I can tell you that our vision is to become, our vision is to become a growth oriented company in our organization. So 30 crore people by 2030 is our vision. And we're crowd funded. I know we're a public limited company, but all our shareholders are people who support us because they've genuinely benefited from meditation. And it's really simple, guys. And in my life, it's been, like I said, 15 to 18 years. कोई दवाई की जरूरत नहीं है. You find a deep sense of purpose in your life. And meditation is the way. So let's get into the practice. So I'll tell you, posture में क्या होता है. Again, that's a lot of myths. Posture में just sit in a relaxed posture. ऐसे नहीं है, just don't do it lying down because फिर नींद में चले जाओगे. Just sit in a relaxed posture. ठीक है? So everyone can do it with me. We'll be sitting for about 30 minutes now. Don't think about the time. Just think this is your time now to sit with yourself. Even if you're in the park, that's absolutely fine. If you want to take back rest, take back rest. Okay. 10% of the energy जो हमें cosmic energy मिलती है वो हम अपने fingers से lose करते हैं. तो we'll cross our fingers like this and we'll put it in our lap. अगर आप चेयर पे बैठे हैं तो आप एक के ऊपर एक पैर लगा सकते हैं. If you're sitting on the ground or the sofa or wherever, आलती पालती लगा कर भी आप बैठ सकते हैं. ठीक है? So that's just the posture. जैसे नींद में हम आंखें बंद करके सोते हैं वैसे मेडिटेशन में भी हम आंखें बंद करेंगे. जिन्होंने चश्मे पहने हैं चश्मे उतार ले. You don't need your glasses right now. And now we're just going into the practice of sitting in meditation. Okay? Meditation is simply becoming one with your breath. Become one with your natural breath. So just close your eyes, cross your fingers, cross your legs, and just be with your natural breath. I'm going to play light, soft music. And just be with your normal, natural breath. केवल अपनी अंदर आती हुई सांस. Whenever your thoughts take you away from this moment, come back to your breath. Just watch your breath going in and coming out. Just be with your normal, natural, easy, soft, simple, tender, tranquil breaths. When we are with the breaths, slowly and steadily, our mind becomes thought free. Allow yourself to merge into your breaths. केवल अपनी अंदर आती हुई सांस और बाहर जाती हुई सांसों को देखते रहें. just you and your breath. केवल आप और आपकी श्वास, अंदर आती हुई सांस और बाहर जाती हुई सांस. You are not just your thoughts. You are the observer. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. Just watch your breath going in and coming out. Whenever any thought takes you away from this moment, come back to your breath. Your breath is your guide, your anchor in the now. Last 2 minutes. Just be with your natural breath. Last 1 minute. Just be with your natural breath. Five, four, three, two, one, zero. धीरे धीरे अपने दोनों हाथों को अपने आंखों पे रखें. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And open your eyes now once you're ready. Welcome back. How does it feel? I would love to hear experiences. How many of you all are feeling more calm? Amazing. That's all. This is as simple. Meditation is so easy. हर दिन आपको कोई guru, person, nothing. Just you and your natural breaths. That's all. Of course, आप इस practice को enhance करने के लिए बहुत सारी चीजें कर सकते हो, and we'll cover that in the आने वाले दिन. But tell me this. Every day, minimum अपनी उम्र के हिसाब से find your time. We're launching an app soon, so you guys can just log on to the app, get this wonderful kind of music. This music has been presented by our channel PMZ Hindi. And we get a lot of artists, हम musicians को बुलाते हैं सिर्फ music meditation के लिए play करने के लिए. तो बस आपको अपने साथ थोड़ा समय बिताना है. और ये जो ब्रेन में जो भी कुछ होना है, जो भी हमारे सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में जो है, वो सब धीरे 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 इट विल स्टार्ट टू सेटल. बट द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज टू डू दिस प्रैक्टिस एवरी डे. The 40 days challenge we all can take for ourselves, and yeah, and see the results. You can connect with me personally, of course. We have a big community. I'm so grateful to the work life balance committee team, Priyamvada ma'am, sir, Jay sir, who actually made this an initiative. सबको जरूरत है meditation की. So whenever thoughts come back to your breath. You're breaking that old synaptic connection. Whatever is happening during meditation, okay, आपका सर बहुत भारी हो रहा है, आपकी बॉडी में कहीं पर पेन हो रहा है, whatever it is, just let it happen. अगर आप नीचे बैठे बैठे हो और आपको आप बहुत समय बैठे हो और आपको पैर दर्द हो रहे हैं, इट्स ओके. आंखें बंद करते ही समय आप उस अपने पैरों को स्ट्रेच कर लो. ठीक है? That's all. Just that time when you are meditating, do not open your eyes. Whatever is happening during that time, just let it happen. Okay? You get all kinds of experiences. Your maybe सर दर्द बहुत होगा meditation के time पर, या you feel like your body is moving, or you feel a lot of heat in your body, तो बहुत ज्यादा ठंडा हो जाता है आपका body, or you feel extremely light. Even getting a lot of thoughts in your meditation is absolutely fine. Just come back to the breath. Thoughts आ रहे हैं, come back to the breath. Yes, doing meditation anywhere gives you cosmic energy. नेचर में जब हम करते हैं तो देयर समथिंग कॉल्ड द शूमन्स रेजोनेंस. अर्थ रेजोनेट्स एट अ सर्टेन फ्रीक्वेंसी 7.83 हर्ट्ज. जब हम नेचर में बैठ के करते हैं हम ऑटोमेटिकली, बिकॉज एनवायरनमेंट इज वेरी इज रेजोनेटिंग एट अ सर्टेन फ्रीक्वेंसी, हमारा बॉडी भी ऑटोमेटिकली उस फ्रीक्वेंसी को मैच करने के लिए आसानी से मेडिटेशन में चले जाता है. तो अगर हम नेचर में मेडिटेशन करते हैं तो इट्स फाइन. ब्रिजेश सर, अगर मेडिटेशन में आपका पैर सो जाता है इट्स फाइन, बस आप उसको स्ट्रेच कर लीजिए. अगर आलती पालती लगाकर बैठकर आपका पैर सो जाता है इट्स फाइन, ये प्रैक्टिस वाली बात है. तो आप पैरों को स्ट्रेच करके कर लीजिए. जस्ट डोंट ओपन योर आईज व्हेन यू आर मेडिटेटिंग, दैट्स ऑल, दैट्स द रूल. ओके, so if you are 20 years 20 minutes, 50 years 50 minutes, आप कभी भी कर सकते हो. सुबह, अर्ली मॉर्निंग, रात को सोने के पहले, बिल्कुल हेवी पेट के साथ भी आप कर सकते हो. इट्स नॉट लाइक आप यू कैन वेयर एनीथिंग एंड मेडिटेट, just something comfortable for yourself. So there's no rules and regulations. The only thing is just cross your fingers, cross your legs, and just observe your natural breath. That's all. This technique is called Anapanasati meditation. अंदर आती हुई सांस और बाहर नेचुरल ब्रेथ के साथ एक हो जाना. I was thinking various previous thoughts during this process. Yes, this is very, very, very natural. So you see your mind is in a loop. तो वो थॉट्स आते हैं, थॉट के पीछे, और एक समय होता है कि थॉट्स आते हैं और आप उसके पीछे भी चले जाते हैं, बट यू लाइक ओ नहीं नहीं, आई हैव टू कम बैक. यू कम बैक. तो रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस से क्या होता है, यू कीप कमिंग बैक. सो दैट स्पेस जो एक मे बी आप 10 मिनट के लिए, हम अभी 30 मिनट के लिए बैठे थे, आप सिर्फ 3 या 4 मिनट के लिए इफेक्टिवली अपने सांसों के साथ देख पा रहे थे, सांसों को देख पा रहे थे. वो धीरे 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 ग्रेजुअली ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम यू कैन कम बैक. वो पीरियड बढ़ जाएगा, बढ़ जाएगा. You will meditate more for like 20 minutes, you will be with your breath, and 10 minutes thoughts will come. This happens with practice. Okay. So yeah, okay, great, wonderful. I think the recording of the previous week is available.
Yes. We have requested everyone to share your email ID so that we can keep on informing you about our other upcoming session, reminding you, yes, next Sunday, so you have your own session again. Yes, we'll be sharing you the details over mail, Mr. Sumit. Yes, we have received your chat, so we'll be sharing you the details over mail. All right, I hope this session is nice, which please give us the feedback so that we can take more sessions and we can organize such kind of sessions for you. This is a very upbringing and very important initiative for chartered accountants at this stage. We are so much bound with our work, so we need time for ourselves. So giving ourselves for 1 hour is not that big, right? So thank you so much for attending, and thank you so much for being patient. Thank you, Alekhya ji, for handling this session so nicely. People are so happy. We can see that. We have been receiving so many good experiences. We've seen receiving the good these feedbacks. So thank you, everyone. Requesting everyone to please join again next Sunday, same time at 8 a.m. in the morning. You can also see our other initiative, daily yoga session from 6 to 7 in the morning. Just log into CATube or ID WLBC Fit CA Movement. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot. Have a great Sunday.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alekhya ji.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.